We know Arrhenius acids and bases. We know Bronsted-Lowry acid and bases. And now we are looking at one more type, Lewis acids and bases, another extension of known approach. Now, this is just one more addition to our concepts and acids and bases. We started it with Arrhenius model, which means something dissociates and making H plus or H minus. We then saw how Bronsted-Lowry model was introducing concept of proton donor and proton acceptor. Now we are introducing the third model, which is broaden the range of substances we can consider acids and bases. This is so-called Lewis model. Same Lewis as Lewis structures. So let's consider acid-base reaction between H plus ion and NH3 ion, shown here with Lewis structure. So H plus proton was added to NH3 to make NH4 plus ion. Now, you remember that proton needs to be located at some molecule. It cannot be just alone, like drawn here. Where it can go? The only place for proton to go is some lone pair. Lone pairs can be at nitrogen atom, at oxygen atom, at sulfur atom, other atoms, but mainly at nitrogen and oxygen. So you need a lone pair to accept the proton. Now, our acceptors, we name them bases. So Lewis said, okay, if any molecule has available lone pair, I will name it as a base, a Lewis base. Now, what is acid in this case? Something that can react with lone pair. So base is giving lone pair and acid is taking it. The result, Lewis acid is electron pair acceptor. Any species that will react with lone pair making a chemical bond will be Lewis acid. So in this case, H plus acts as an acid because it accepts electron pair from ammonia NH3. NH3 is acting as base because it's donating electron pair to H plus. Now we do not need hydrogen. Consider gas phase reaction between boron trifluoride and ammonia shown here. BF3, Lewis acid, it's a flat trigonal molecule, reacts with NH3, Lewis base. NH3 is not flat because it has a lone pair here. Now they make a chemical bond between them. So now there are 4 bonds around boron. It's tetrahedral here. And we have a new compound. It's because it's addition of F3b to NH3. It's adduct from addition. So there is empty orbital that can take lone pair and lone pair in ammonia. Lewis acid has an empty orbital that can accept electron pair, or the molecule can rearrange itself so it can accept this electron pair by making empty orbital. Now, what else can be viewed with Lewis acid? Metal ions. For example, aluminum ion can interact with lone pairs from water, making a chemical bond. Well, there are 6 water molecules around aluminum ion, and they make a complex ion, which is very stable. Another example, ammonia, again, has a lone pair, can interact with silver ion that serves as Lewis acid to make a complex ion, 2 ammonias, silver in the middle, and it's relatively stable compound. Acidic oxides, such as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, are Lewis acids as well. So SO3 molecule reacts with water. Now oxygen makes a bond with sulfur, and you have 2 OH groups. This molecule is tetrahedral, of course, 4 bonds around 1 sulfur. Next example is simply taking oxygen ion oxide, O2 minus, and react with the same SO3. You have tetrahedral sulfate ion, 4 bonds around 1 sulfur. One more example, water molecule reacts with carbon dioxide, linear molecule. So lone pair attacks carbon, and oxygen is jumping from double bond into one of oxygens. So it can accept hydrogen. So you have carbonic acid molecule that has double bond and 2 single bonds. So it's, in fact, it's not 90 and 180 degrees, it's a triangle, as we remember, 3 atoms around 1 atom. But this is a Lewis base reacted with Lewis acid.